Hey everyone, Ian here. I am here with Kyle Ferguson. How you doing?
Good. How's it going?
Going great. We are currently driving to Boston Cube Party. It is 7 in the morning. Got up at 4:30 in the morning or something, so I'm a little tired, but we are ready for 5 cubes over the next 2 days. Are you excited?
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited to play cubes. I'm also commentating today at the end of the day, which should be fun with the Penrose Cube. A lot of fun.
Yeah, you're going to be commentating with Lincoln. That's going to be sweet. That's a really fun cube. My Proliferate cube is in the event. One of my older-ish cubes. I've had it for a few years, all about different types of counters, +1/+1 counter, -1/-1, loyalty, energy, rad counters, kinds of stuff.
Has anyone ever interviewed you or had a Cuberviews episode on the Proliferate cube?
No.
We should do that. That'd be fun.
That would be fun. Yeah, I mean, definitely let us know in the comments. I want to do an episode at some point talking about my own cubes. We did just do an episode playing my Arboretum, so that's fun. Yeah, this is going to be a really fun event. A lot of great people I'm excited to see, like Ollie and Finite MTG, tons of people. So what cubes are you excited to play, Kyle?
I'm really excited. I always loved the Brooding Saga cube. Joe is one of my favorite characters in the cube community, I love all of his cubes. The Brooding Saga is good. I'm excited for 50-card Highlander. That's Jamie's cube, our friend.
Yeah, shout out to Jamie.
We don't get to play it enough, and I love it so much.
15-card decks. Really tight environment.
Oh, it's so much fun. Also, I'm excited for the Mystery Box cube.
Yes,
that's
Dan
my number
Schneider.
one.
So, Dan Schneider, maker of the Devoid Cube, Perilous Seas.
Not the Nickelodeon Dan Schneider.
Made a Mystery Box cube. There's no list on Cube Cobra, no description, and you just go into it blind and play this cube. I think that's going to be a ton of fun. It's kind of like a sneak peek, I feel like, at Cube for a Cause later this year, the Obscura event.
Which I'm excited for as well.
Yeah, where they have like 20 unknown cube designers just designing cubes, and everyone's going to go into it blind. So that sounds like a ton of fun. I have that as number one on my list too.
I would have loved to have been one of those blind cube designers.
Yeah. I'm also excited for Brooding Saga, Companion Cube I haven't had a chance to play, by Dylan Robohora Greg, or Colosayo by Scott Mertz. A bunch of cubes I have really high up. It's going to be a ton of fun cubes.
Yeah, shout out to Greg, too, for helping us with the Kinetic Cube a little bit. He helped us brainstorm some ideas.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So this is going to be a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoy. I'm here with Dan Schneider. How you doing?
Doing great. Ian, how are you doing today?
I'm doing so good. So you have 2 cubes in the event. One is the Perilous Seas, which is a cube that I played at Cube for a Cause, and fantastic cube.
And we
Tell us
talked about
that
on the pod before.
And everyone go check out
full
that
episode if you're interested in the Perilous Seas.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean themed Grixis Desert Cube. A lot of fun. Excited for people to have a broader chance to play it this weekend.
And you also have the Mystery Box cube.
I do have the Mystery Box cube. So
Tell us about this.
Yeah, I submitted a cube that to the Boston Cube Party submission process that essentially said, I will build a cube out of bulk.
Yeah.
I will commit to having kind of Grakmaw, Skyclave, Scourge as kind of this marquee card to gauge power level, to
What does
gauge.
that card do?
It is 1 and a black for a 3/3 Hydra. It has the ability, whenever a creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Grakmaw. And when Grakmaw dies, create an XX black Hydra token that is equal to Grakmaw's power.
Okay.
So 3 mana, 3/3. It's this very forgettable rare from Zendikar Rising. And it's one of these cards that's just been sitting around my bulk box. And I'm like, this card feels like it should belong in a cube somewhere. And I've never found a home for it.
Yeah.
And so this cube is really trying to emulate that experience of building your first cube out of your collection. So I did not purchase any cards from this. I used bulk that was shared between me and my good friend designer, Zach Barish, and just kind of built, baby's first collection cube, and, have put it through some test drafts and iterations, but the list will not be made public at any point during this event. So people are really going to be drafting this blind, except for Grakmaw.
That's so sick. I have it as my number 1 cube because it's just the idea of it sounds so fun. Is there any design decisions that you made that you normally would not do because this is a cube that nobody will even know what's in it?
I think the thing that I did and I allowed myself to do it was to put in ideas at different levels of completeness. And I think this is a thing that is inherent to a lot of people's experiences building their first cube, is like, there are a lot of people who build their first cube out of like discarded commander decks or discarded standard decks that they used to play. And so some cubes come in with like certain archetypes or ideas that are like really well thought out, that have a lot of support. And then there are a lot of ideas that are like half started, half finished. I have this cool card. It's maybe not really supported, but I'm going to try and just like put it in there and see what happens.
I have a Saberling Lord in. He's cool.
Yeah, exactly. That kind of a thing where it is not necessarily a fully fledged, archetype that is deeply supported, where there's some, sharp edges and kind of jagged corners, and really allowing myself to create that experience of like, these are the cards I happen to own. I am putting them in a box. I am drafting them, and that's going to be the experience here.
Fantastic. Well, I hope to get into that cube in the first round, and have fun at the event.
All right, you too.
I'm here with Jamie Stone, my friend. How you doing?
Hey, Ian.
You are judging this event?
I am.
You are dressed head to toe in the judge gear. I always know when you're going to be judging.
Obviously, got to look my best. Cube is a very important format.
Yes, and tell me about your pin hat that you have.
So for those of you who can't see, which is all of you because this is a podcast, I have a Grenadier's cap that is absolutely festooned with pins and various flares. So most of it is bartending gear, but a lot of it is gamer gear. A lot of pins from various conventions. I got some little dice pins up here. I wear this to every event I'm at because I need players to be able to recognize a judge, because as soon as I'm needed, I need them to know that I'm there.
You got the Kinetic Cube pin on there.
I got the Kinetic Cube pin on there.
Yes. I got the Kinetic Cube pin today, too.
Fancy that.
And you have your 15-card Highlander in the event.
I do. 15-card Highlander is here at BCP, and lucky me, it's actually also going to be at CubeCon.
Shout out to CubeCon.
Shout out to CubeCon.
Yes, super exciting. So are you going to be playing it all this weekend or fully judging?
I am judging for the entire weekend. It's going to be great. As much as I'd love to sit down and draft with people, helping other people enjoy the event is even more important.
And you can watch people blink Riftwing Cloud Skate over and over again and bounce people as bounce lands in the cube.
Oh yeah, Ian has a very unhealthy relationship with Soul Herder, and I'm trying to break him of that. The last time we played, I managed to lock him out of lands by flickering Riftwing Cloud Skate with Soul Herder over and over and over until he couldn't cast spells anymore.
It reminds me of my attitude toward Super Smash Bros. Melee. I have no idea how to beat Falco, so I just play Falco. And now I know what to do.
It's like, why solve the problem when you can be the problem,
yes. Right? Well, have fun at the event.
Same to you, Ian.
I'm here with Pete. How's it going?
Good. How are you, Ian?
I'm doing good. We are in the Brooding Saga Cube designed by Joe. And what did you build?
I ended up building kind of Esper Control. My win condition, I think it's some node, and it's the when it deals damage to an opponent, that player loses the game. And I'm wondering if I will forever regret the Pack 1 Pick 1 Fable of the Mirror Breaker that I passed to you. I can't wait to see what you do with that.
I ended up taking that and then going into Naya counters and Naya sagas, of course. I have things like multiple Kumano Ficus Kakazan, I have Hardened Scales, I have this Naya creature that you passed me that like lets you remove or add counters from Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it sounds really fun. Are you from this area?
Yeah, I'm local. I'm over in Alston, Brighton right now, so it's just across town from Somerville where we are. But yeah, I've been here since 2019.
Awesome. And do you own any cubes yourself?
Yeah, I have Lord of the Rings cube. That's just a set cube. It's one of basically everything from the main set, some commander cards, some of the, they did all those extra products, a bunch of those in there. And I'm working on a commander cube long term, inspired by Vintage and Dominaria United and Gwen Decker's Tiny Leaders cubes and a bunch of stuff that I'm pulling inspiration from for that.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Pete, and enjoy your games.
Yeah, thanks. You too, man.
I'm here with Andrew. How's it going?
Going well with you?
Well, you just beat me pretty bad.
Yeah, something like that.
What did you draft in the Brooding Saga cube?
So I drafted a Teamer deck. My first pick was Terra, whose full name I can't remember, but that sort of put me into red-green as a direction, and then I was passed an Esther's Invocation, and so I spent most of the draft trying to build a sort of blue-red-green controlling Sagas cube to take advantage of those cards.
Yeah, so Esther's Invocation, tell us what that card does. That card was more powerful than I thought it was.
Yeah, so Esther's Invocation is 2 and a blue for an enchantment. It enters the battlefield as a copy of an enchantment you control, and it can flicker itself at each upkeep. And I've seen this card seen a little bit of fringe play in things like Legacy. I've had the pleasure or displeasure of playing with in Commander. And in a cube that has such a thick density of sagas and all of these cards, it both is really powerful because it can copy a lot of different things, and it's really fun and sort of interesting because every turn it does something different from all of those cool effects.
Yeah, like one thing you were doing was blinking this saga that deals 4 when it enters, and also on the second one makes 2 assassins, and then on the
Yes.
third one, when your assassins attack, you get more assassins.
Exactly, yeah.
From Assassin's Creed, if people didn't guess.
Surprising, I know. But yeah, that, and I really enjoyed how, like, when you played a different saga, sometimes it's correct to sort of change over to a new saga, and because they sort of run out over time, you're doing different things every time, but it's still all gross and
It's
really
basically a
effective.
never-ending saga because you can just keep using triggers on it until you blink it and it becomes another saga.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
pretty good. Yeah.
Really, really cool card.
So, what other cubes do you hope in a draft?
One of my friends from high school has the companion cube, and I've had the pleasure of drafting it once or twice before. Would love to do it again.
Yeah, Greg. Yeah.
But other than that, really, I just want to draft cubes that I can't, draft online or that kind of thing. Just there's such an incredible diversity of interesting, novel cubes here that I'm really excited.
Does Yale have a cube group?
Not that I'm in, at least.
Oh, okay. You got to start one.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on.
My pleasure. Yeah.
I'm here with Fraser. How's it going?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I am in the Brooding Saga cube. I built a Naya Sagas deck that's all about trying to remove counters from my sagas and also deal a lot of damage and just kind of kill my opponent quickly. What cube are you in?
I am in the Tiny Leaders Cube.
From Gwen Decker.
It's my first time ever seeing it. It's a fantastically designed cube. I'm currently 1-1 with Arabella as my Tiny Leader.
Ooh, so you're aggro.
I'm definitely aggro. I tried to start with a lands package, kept getting past artifacts, so I pivoted into artifacts. Got past Arabella and just went from there.
You love going white artifacts. When you beat me at Cube for a Cause terribly, you were that white aggro deck that had all 5 colors for that white instant that reanimates something too, so I kind of know you as the white aggro player now.
So this is actually something I was talking about with a friend of mine, which is it's good to know what's open, but it's also good to draft archetypes that you know what to look for in.
Yes.
And I feel like white artifacts is very much in my wheelhouse. So I know the pick orders, I know what to look for like throughout the draft. So I find myself kind of drawn to that when I see it open, even if there might be something else that's open.
And I think it's also interesting because there are also archetypes that other people might not go for or know really to even go for. Like white artifacts is not a super common thing in my mind. Like usually it's blue, red artifacts. So if you can go for white artifacts and do well with it often, and other people aren't going to fight you for it, yeah.
Absolutely. Being able to play an archetype that you know is going to be somewhat open can really give you an advantage and make you build a deck that you're going to enjoy playing.
So will anything fun happen in your game so far? Any cool plays?
So, coolest things, just value plays, playing a chainsaw, using Nurturing Pixie to bounce it back to my hand.
Oh, I have Pixie in my deck too. Pixie's so good.
I slept on that card. I just had it as a 1-mana 1/1 flyer that could get Arabella triggers.
Oh, it's so
But
valuable.
it could do so much more.
Yeah.
Had a really fun first round match where we ended up playing 5 games.
Oh.
Just because we finished so quickly.
Yeah.
And whoever was on the play just won every single game. It was a Judith deck versus Arabella, so it really was just whoever went first ended up winning.
Aggro killing, the came on coin flip. Yeah.
Exactly. But they were really well played games, really fun games. Definitely enjoyed the cube. Shout out to Gwen.
Yeah. And enjoy the rest of your games.
You too.
I'm here with Jeff. We are currently playing the Bun Magic Cube by Andy Mangold. I am playing Red White Aggro, where I have 18 1-drops. It's pretty disgusting. How are you doing, Jeff?
I would be doing better if I didn't just get a new one open for me by 18 1-drops, but I'm doing good. I'm having fun. Came out here all the way from Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah.
And I'm on like a Grixis sort of Delver pile. I have like Delver, Sprite Dragon, Murktide Region, and a lot of interaction. I first picked Force of Will, because that's what you're supposed to do, but it doesn't seem very good when it deals you a damage and counters a like 4th 2/2 of the game. So definitely having a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun playing with Ian, even though I did get browned. And it's sweet to actually hold this cube in person.
Yeah, there was one game where I was like, kill your thing, and you were like, counter it. Kill your thing, counter it. Kill your thing, counter it. And I was like,
we went to the battle over that Murktide Regent, I think it was.
Yes.
No, the Baleful Strix.
The Baleful Strix, yeah.
Which couldn't even block anyway because you had Giver of Runes, but you know, he was important to me.
Yes, I had to get him out of the way. I need to make sure that my boy Ragavan could get through happily.
Yes, the dashed Ragavan, it was something. He really got me. It's cool though, thinking about the fact that like I think you played all but like 4 of the cards in your draft pool.
Yes.
I think I had to like make playables because my fixing was so good that I had to like play 1 green card in my Grixis deck.
Oh.
So the fact that like it's like simultaneously easy to cast my spells. Like my mana is good, but it's not free. Like it's all shock lands or tap lands. So every card is interesting and every card is gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially that basic planes.
I think that there might have been a mistake that there was 359 cards in the cube. So on the box, it has written there is 1 basic planes in the cube, and one player was like, I think we screwed up. There's a planes in my pool, and then
a foil or old border planes, though, mind you. So
it is beautiful. It is beautiful. What's your favorite card you drafted then?
The favorite card I've drafted, I have the Primordial Mists in my deck, which is that 5 mana enchantment that like manifests every turn.
And then you can like exile it and be able to play the cards and manifest it.
They've had it in the cube for ages, and it doesn't read like it's good enough to be the only 5 mana card in this cube. So I was like, I have to put it in my deck and see what it's about. I don't think I can maximize it because I'm much more of a tempo deck. I'm curious to maybe live long enough to cast it.
Yeah, well, good luck in the rest of your games.
Yes, thank you very much.
I'm here with Colin. How's it going?
It's going well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. We just finished round 2 of the Bun Magic Cube. What did you draft?
Yes, I drafted Jund's mid-range, probably.
Yeah.
That's probably the term to describe it. I had a few mana dorks and some powerful 3s. I've got Green Sun Zenith for Grist, Collective Company for Grist, Recursion, Titania, Sack Lands. It was going pretty well in round 1, but none of the Boros rounds.
Yeah.
I was always losing life every turn.
That's the thing. It's like, you could play your 3, 4, 5s, but I'm just going to kill you.
Yeah. Yeah, Grim Lavamancer is probably the MVP against me.
Yes.
Because, like, you kind of can kill my big things without going down on cards.
Yeah.
Which is very important.
I can use like a bolt effect and then exile 2 cards in the grave and finish off the thing.
Yes.
But you had the Enrage Raptor, which lets you draw a ton of cards, because when you enrage, you draw cards. That's so good.
Yeah. Unfortunately, none of the cards said you gain life. I had a Umezawa's Jite, which was a sideboard tech.
Mm-hmm.
Never got the mana to equip it to anything because all my creatures were dying.
It's funny, like all these cards that feel like they would theoretically be good in the matchup were just because I was so fast, you just didn't have time to use them.
Yeah, I kept a skeptical hand because it had like the Raptor and the Sentinel on 3 and 4. So I figured like he would have to spend at least 2 cards to remove those. And I was on the play, so I was like, if he has no guide, then he's only really attacking once.
Yeah.
Like, how bad can it get? It got bad. It was the guide. It was the Lavamancer.
Goblin Guy, GG, it's still pretty good.
Still kicking.
Well, good playing, good game.
Yeah, good games.
I'm here with Taylor. We just finished the Bun Magic Cube. How's it going?
Oh, I'm doing great. I mean, you destroyed me, but otherwise great.
My deck felt pretty brutal, I'll be honest. It felt like none of my games were that close.
No, I felt under the gun the whole game.
Yeah, it's just...
Even with interaction, wasn't enough.
You had a lot of one-man interaction.
Yeah, 6 or
Unfortunately,
7
I took a
spells.
lot of it. I had Swords to Plowshares. I took a lot of the early burn because it was in my deck.
Yeah, we were definitely cutting each other at the table.
Yeah. What was your favorite cards that you played, and what was your deck?
I hadn't got to cast Wanshi Tong before, so I was playing Jeskai Control, and that card, Absolute House, overperformed.
You had the Librarian Mirror.
Oh yeah, played against a Sylvan Library.
2 librarians.
Tons of cards, yeah. But I don't know, Jeskai Control is one of the best things you can do in these like vintage high-powered cubes. It's like always solid. They print good interaction, good creatures, and Flage.
We were going back and forth about Esper Control versus Jeskai Control. I'm an Esper Control believer. but I see the Jeskai control too.
Yeah, having access to, like I said, Flage was a great piece. The black spells, though, Fatal Push, Frog, can't beat those cards.
But you're a Flage enjoyer.
Absolute truther.
So I'm sorry he was banned.
Gone too soon, man.
Gone too soon. So what was your overall thoughts on the Bun Magic Cube?
I thought it was great. It was like a vintage cube where you strip the combo and the really degenerate old cards out, and good clean Magic. I don't know. It's what modern play design. Great stuff.
Are you a believer in the card Bondage now?
No.
For people who don't know.
Bandage.
So Bandage is a 1-mana instant, prevent 1 damage to something, and draw a card. Greg, who came over, was saying that that's the best card in the cube. We're both still a little skeptical.
Definitely a stretch. I see the vision, but definitely a stretch.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's a really fun cube. I really like the low curving aspect of it. It really felt like everyone's decks is all 1s and 2s. I saw 2 5-drops the whole draft, like Titania. Everything else was just really low curving. I mean, I had 18 1-drops, but yeah.
Absolutely crazy. How many lands were you on total at the end of that?
I was on 14.
Yeah.
But most of my lands were Mutavault, Wasteland, Horizon lands. I had 2 basics in the whole deck.
Crazy. What a great deck, yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on and enjoy your next cube.
Absolutely, this was great, Ian.
Now I'm joined by Nicholas. We are currently in the 15-card Highlander cube, which is my friend Jamie's cube, where each player has to draft exactly 15-card deck. You do not die for decking out, and it's just these sick micro decks. And how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
What did you draft?
I'm drafting a Lab Maniac deck. I first picked Lab Maniac and second picked an artifact that self-mills, so my plan is to mill myself out and then win from drawing from an empty library.
Yeah, Perpetual Timepiece is cool because it can self-mill you and shuffle your back pieces if they kill the lab man or something too. Mm-hmm. And the funny thing though is it felt like you were afraid of milling your lands.
Well, in the game that we played, I didn't have any black mana in my opening hand, and so I was really worried about milling my 2 swamps, because when you have a 15-card deck and 5 cards in your mana base, you can mill your entire color in
That's
one
the
go.
funny thing.
Yeah.
I think the bounce lands are so important. I have 2 bounce lands in my deck, and because the bounce lands allow you to get an extra mana that
2
you
lands
wouldn't
in one
normally
slot,
get.
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's not a ton of card draw effects, it seems like, but those are basically card advantage.
Because card draw is kind of not that useful.
Right, sure.
It's
You're
just
going to see all your cards probably if you're playing a long game anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I love about Cube is every cube asks you to reimagine what cards are good and in what circumstances, which this cube definitely does.
I'm a really strange 4-color deck where basically every creature I have is a Gravedigger or a reanimation in some way. So it's you can kill my stuff. Yeah. I don't care. This is going to reanimate something that's going to reanimate something else that's going to reanimate something else.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
And it just, if you don't kill me, this is the inevitable.
Yeah, I did not have the velocity to go under your endless stream of 6/6s.
Yeah, and then I had the Wandering Archaic, which I didn't even show you. I also had a conspiracy on that Wandering Archaic that allows it to tap for mana.
Oh.
So nice. I could play that on 2, and then tap for mana and play a 4-drop, and then that will enter with a bunch of counters. So
yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, very, very fun cube. And are you from around here?
Yeah, I'm from Somerville.
How is the Somerville cube scene?
It's good. Yeah, we've got a good. I'm friends with Ollie, the organizer of the event, and a lot of the people who are working the event are people who I draft with and play cube with. So.
Do you guys cube often here?
Fair amount, yeah. I haven't been playing Magic a ton recently, but I do love to cube, and a lot of the people I draft with have a cube, then sometimes we'll play the cube. And I brought a cube at the event as well. I have the Domain cube.
Oh, the Domain cube is yours. I was thinking about putting that one for tomorrow.
You should.
Sweet. Well, enjoy the rest of your games.
Great. Thanks, Ian.
And now I'm joined by Avi, who just beat me to get the 3-0 in 15-card Highlander. What did you draft, and how did you like the cube?
I drafted a blue-white deck. It was a little tempo-y, but mostly the idea was just any creature turns into a game-ending threat with the Hospital Room and this 2-mana equipment greatsword of tier that put a counter on guys when they attack. And then just had a ton of ways to make more bodies. The deck was super threat dense, had a lot of interaction, but most of the interaction was on creatures, which was super helpful to making the deck function. Felt really great the whole time.
Yeah, you were able to, for example, keep making my mana creature not be able to untap, which was really debilitating for my strategy. Just get a ton of mana and keep doing crazy things with it.
Yeah, the Flood Pit Runner did big things. I had Reroute Systems, which was a protection spell against the control decks and a kill spell against Ian's deck, so I could take out the mana dorks. And then I had the 4-mana O-Ring guy was just a house the whole day. The
Yeah, the Dino guy.
Oh yeah, I kind of messed up.
So what did you think of the cube overall? It's a very interesting environment.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I like the concept a lot, but I wasn't sure how well it would play, and after playing it, I'm an even bigger fan than I was just in concept. I think the gameplay is like very interesting and more engaging than you would expect for only having 15 cards.
So you got top 8 last year for Boston Cube Party. Are you in top 64 again, hopefully?
I should be. I have 2 trophies and an embarrassing 1-1-1. So
Oh, you're fine. 2 trophies.
In a good spot. Yeah.
That's awesome. You trying to take it down?
We'll see. I'll do my best. I think I got a little lucky last year to get the top 64 trophy, but I'm feeling more on top of things this year, so we'll see how it goes.
What kind of cube are you hoping to play tomorrow?
Honestly, whatever. I think it depends a lot on what's in the pool, so I'll keep an eye out. I don't know exactly how they're running things this year, but maybe I'll try and get into a gimmick cube where I feel like I have an edge, or maybe I'll just play a nice normal cube and see if I can make it happen.
Is that how you generally feel? When you're trying to win a cube, do you go more for some kind of weird cube, or do you go for something more standard?
Yeah, well, the local group here, I think, has a lot of, like, normal cubes.
Mm-hmm.
So I draft a lot of normal cubes, but one of my favorite things is trying to break gimmick cubes and figure out what, like, the cube creator hasn't quite balanced and abuse that edge. So my 2 trophies today, I think the 15-card one, I probably wasn't abusing an edge so much. I think there were just a few cards where people's evaluation was off, which I got to take advantage of. And then in the queue earlier today, I played the Strixhaven Study Abroad cube, which was super cool. But I took a look through the card list, played Giant Growth with Learn on it, played the overstatted red-green creatures that I think are just a little overrated relative to the other archetypes, and that was a good place to be at in that cube.
I like the analytical eye that you have going into these cubes. You're really looking at the list beforehand, having going in with a strategy.
Yeah, ideally. I think my one bad run today, I did not do that. So, might be a pattern there.
Well, good luck in top 64 tomorrow.
Thank you.
It is day 2 of the event. I am 0-2 in top 64, playing the Boston Cube, made by the Boston community. I am playing Abzan landfall token stuff. Like, I first picked the Necro Bloom and tried to go all in on graveyard and tokens and lands. And I'm here with Aiden, who just beat me and is 1-1 in the top 64 draft. How's it going?
Pretty good.
So what did you draft?
I drafted Boros Aggro. Just kind of like your standard Boros Aggro deck. Low curve, creature beat down, topping off around 4 mana.
Yeah, I mean, your deck definitely just killed me. Like putting, what is the 2-mana 1/1 with double strike and putting a bone splitter on that.
I don't remember the name of it either, but it's got double strike, vigilant, and trample.
Yeah, the Boros creature. I mean, seeing that with a bone splitter on it, that's gonna kill you pretty quick.
Yeah, that card was good for me in the first round as well. It's the first time I played with it. Great inclusion in the cube, I think.
So what do you think of this cube? How do you like it overall so far?
I really like the Boston Cube. I like the sort of the power level where all the cards are at. A lot of the cards are cards I recognize just as a general limited player. My deck has cards from like Edge of Eternities. It has some older cards like Rekindle Phoenix.
The chicken.
Yeah, the chicken. But yeah, it's nice to play a cube that isn't just like more powerful, where everything is like a constructed staple. I enjoy that experience quite a lot.
So unfortunately, I don't think either of us will make top 8, but are you hoping to play more cubes after this? What have been your favorite cubes of the event, and what are you hoping to play still?
I'll see what I want to do after this one. I might play, the next flight. I'm not sure. But as far as the cubes that I played yesterday, I started with Pauper, which is probably my favorite cube.
Oh, Pauper? Just
straight
up Pauper cube?
Yeah, Pauper cube. Yeah, that's a cube I've drafted a couple of times before, like with friends, and I absolutely love that cube.
There's so many cubes here, I can't even keep track of what's here. There's 51 cubes, I think.
Yeah, there were. It was kind of overwhelming making the selections for what to play. Yeah, that was my favorite. Another one that I did yesterday, which was pretty cool, it's called the Middle School Cube.
I played that one. What did you play in it?
I played a Band Birthing Pod.
So that cube, I think, is, what years is it? It's like 2009 or 2008 to 2011?
I don't know
or something?
exactly. I think it's like somewhere like around 2009, maybe to like 2016, maybe up to 2018. I'm not exactly sure, but it reminded me of sort of like modern before like MH1 kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the cards were like old modern cards that would see play in there. Like there's like Sphinx's Rev I saw in the draft. I drafted like Birthing Pod, Flicker Wisp, Restoration Angel. There's some of like the old Planeswalkers. Yeah, kind of like old modern vibes.
I played against a pod deck in the first round of Top 64, and to be honest, I felt like the deck was worse when it was potting, and it was better when it was just playing like 5-mana 6/6s, and I was like, oh, I want to kill this thing.
I was wondering that myself in the middle school draft. Like, is this card just kind of a trap? Like, but I think if you have good ETB value creatures and you have like a nice chain, it can be worth it.
Oh, it's at least fun.
Yeah, definitely fun. And I didn't get to play Modern back then, so it's kind of like nice to live that dream a little bit.
Yeah, well, have fun in your third round of Top 64.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I'm here with Doug, who just 3-0'd my Proliferate Cube. My Proliferate Cube was in this event, and it is a pretty high power cube that is all about different types of counters, +1/+1, -1/-1, infect, radiation, loyalty. How did the draft go for you?
It went well, yeah. And thank you for having me on. Identified pretty early on that I felt like I wanted to be sort of an aggressive red deck. I ended up almost mono red with a few white cards, and yeah, I was able to just win games quickly with powerful creatures and stacking up counters on cards like Anim Pakal to get extra returns on all of those attack triggers and things.
It really felt like you were the only red drafter, which I think makes sense because I think people in their minds think of like green, white as like the counter colors.
For sure.
So people might just be like, oh, red doesn't do much with counters.
Yeah, and especially if a lot of the cards in the cube are targeting more of a long-term game plan, red often doesn't have as much to contribute to that, or people might not be aware of the ways that it contributes as well to that. And so it can get kind of siloed off into just the aggressive deck by itself, rather than, contributing a little bit to everyone's.
Yeah, red-white aggro has been really interesting trying to balance it in the cube. Like, I've cut a lot of cards, I've added more cards in. Anim Pakal sounded like it was really powerful. Same with, I know NT's powerful, but I wanted to still have that reach in the late game.
Right.
So, what do you think? Did you feel like it was too powerful, or do you think it's just right? You had basically every red card. So.
Yeah, it's a little tough to judge just because it was so open in the draft. But I do feel like often if you're trying to support synergies like with counters and proliferate and all of that, and especially slower decks, definitely something you need to be careful of is how quickly the aggressive decks can win and how well the other decks can fight back and stabilize early on. And then take advantage of their late game value.
Yeah, you also mentioned to me signals when it comes to color. Like you were telling me that a lot of the red removal tends to deal with smaller creatures, which kind of pushes more toward aggressive strategies, killing small things. Tell me more of that.
Right. So just by the nature of how red cards are designed, you don't get cards like Swords to Plowshares that can kill any creature, right? You're limited. Yeah, not often. You're limited by whatever amount of damage it does, and so if a lot of the cards top out at 3 damage, then they just stop being relevant as you get into the later game, and so other decks will pick them up if they're trying to play a long game plan potentially, or they might not prioritize them as much, and so the red deck can more easily get a lot of those removal spells and just use that to pile on more early pressure and get the game over before they start falling behind.
So I think Nick had all 3 of the Volt charges. You didn't take any? You weren't interested?
Yeah, I think it was just the timing in the packs. I probably would have taken one. I did partly want to prioritize the cheaper removal, like Galvanic Discharge being like a 1-mana deal 3 spell.
Yeah. Even if the Proliferate's nice, it's just so much more mana.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so it's nice to be able to play a cheap removal spell to kill something and do something to develop your board and to really keep up the pressure that way.
Yeah. So how'd you like Boston Cube Party overall so far?
It's been a lot of fun. Yeah, this is my first time being here, but enjoying a lot and looking forward to tomorrow.
Sweet. Well, hopefully you make it to top 64 now with this 3-0 trophy, and have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
Now I'm here with Mental Misplay. How's it going?
Things are good.
What have you been doing at this event?
So I showed up kind of not really knowing what to expect. I did not come to play in the main event. I came to play, hopefully fire my own cube, share it with the community, maybe play some other cubes, and then just buy some cards, do some trades, that sort of stuff. I've done all of those things. So we're doing good.
So what has the experience been like for somebody not in the main event? Have there been like a lot of cubes to play? Have you've been firing cubes? You've been mostly just chilling? What's that like?
Mostly chilling, because I'm trying to kind of keep myself open and not get, quote unquote stuck sitting down playing in something. I want to be able to interview people when I have the chance, and also I'm kind of just slowly waiting for the chance to trick people into playing my own cube.
You don't want to get stuck playing cube at a cube event. Come on. So why would you do that?
I just hate the idea of sitting down and then being like, oh, I got to get up and do this other thing, So I played one yesterday that was amazing. Somebody had a all Universes Beyond cube, which was amazing.
What were you doing in that cube? What was your deck?
I built, it was very heavy on historic support. My first pick was the flip Cecil from Final Fantasy. So it's black and white. So I was just like, sure, we're just going to stick black and white and see what happens. And I drafted a couple of good equipments, but the person next to me was drafting all of the good equipments. And so I ended up with skateboard and boomerang and stuff like that. But I had a really solid historic. My second pick was the white Sarah Jane Smith that draws a card when historics come into play.
Yes.
So I was just like, sure, we're going Orzhov historic with some equipment support. And it was great.
Yeah, well, I've had the chance to play your cube, and your cube episode will be coming out in the future. Spoilers, talking about your multiplayer cube. Has there been any really awesome plays that happened when you played your cube so far?
Somebody sat down and did I'm going to draft every conspiracy and just go gigabrain about it. And they ended up doing a all roads lead to Palancron Deadeye shenanigans.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So I saw that happen. I drafted a deck I'd never drafted before. I drafted Rakdos Spellslinger with enchantment support, and it was amazing. I had 3 lightning bolts, so I had double stroke lightning bolt. So lightning bolt for 6, 3 times in the cube's great. So I was blasting. I was blasting, and that was a lot of fun. And I had weirdly a lot of removal and interaction in Rakdos, so it was a fun lane to be in to just kind of build something I don't usually do in there. I have the first place foil Skycloud Sovereign, the big vehicle that bolts for 3 when it enters and attacks.
Oh yeah, the big boat.
And it's the first place version is really yellow and gross looking. So it's this yellow fish skeleton. So it got named the Piss Fish, and the Piss Fish was putting in work yesterday. We saw it blow up a lot of things, and it was very funny. Everybody loved the Piss Fish, so that was the highlight. Seeing that thing really go to work.
Yes. Well. Have fun at the rest of the event. Thank you.
Thank you.
I am here with Max, the winner of Boston Cube Party. Woo-hoo. How's it feel?
Feels pretty good, man. Honestly.
You're holding the trophy. You got the pin. You got everything.
Ollie's just out of stuff. I just took his house.
So tell me what happened in this finals. What cube were you playing? What deck were you playing?
It was the mystery cube. So Dan had never told anyone who was in it, other than the Grakaseth or something like that.
Yes.
Which did end up in my pool.
Oh wow! So it was a good card.
It wasn't in my deck.
Oh no.
Okay. It was second to last pick. Anyway, no one knew anything about it. One of the people in the top 8 had drafted it. It was in the event normally, so one of the people had drafted it, but I knew nothing about it. We broadcast shuffled it, and you kind of do it a little bit face up, so everyone got a little sneak peek. Everyone got a little sneak peek, and then I opened the first pack, and I'm like, oh, this is my kind of cube. This is normal cards, just some creatures, some removal spells. CGN Commander would be a good card there. So I was like, oh, these normal cards, I could just take the strong, powerful cards, get some removal to go with it, and then just win games by just having creatures of power and toughness. So I was really excited because I'm like, this is my kind of Magic, and also a lot of the other people who play competitive stuff do not know any of these other cards. There are people saying, I don't know it, and I have to read all these cards. I'm like, no, I know all of them.
Yes. I think it's really interesting to have a cube that nobody has seen before as a top 8. Because then it just means that everyone's going into it plain blind, and it's just battle of who can figure out the cards best and figure it
was
out.
just like who figured it. Like I was able to look at the first pack and say, it doesn't seem like there's a ton of removal here. Like or like, and so I started being like, okay, I'm just gonna take any of the like cheap removal spells or anything like that. It's obviously like hard hitting news in the cube, but like it was just like there was not enough for everyone to get a ton. So I knew that means the big threats are kind of the thing that's gonna win games. And that's kind of how the game's played out. And the ways you stop that are having things that killed other creatures.
Yeah. And you were telling me that you had in the finals, the opponent played a land and a mana dork. And you killed the mana dork.
Game one, they go land, mana dork. I go land, fire impulse, kill it. They go no second land, second mana dork. I go second land, kill the thing, and I was feeling to the moon. I was like, I just stole a free game. They ended up drawing a second land, but I just like killed them with some creatures. So I was like, I basically got a free game, so I only had to like really work for the second game.
Yep.
We're Chandra Flamecaller, one of my favorite cards.
Flamecaller, is that the one?
It's the 6 mana one, but not any of the ones you're thinking of. It's the one that makes 3/1 haste elementals, and most importantly, -X like sweeps the board.
Yes, that card was good in standard. In Oath of the Gatewatch.
It was good. It was good in standard, but no one has thought about it since then, except for me, who thought about it like it's been one of those cards I should put in a cube in the back of my mind for a long time.
So, what was your favorite moment of BCP in general?
Definitely up there was the third draft where everyone's tired. When I was putting together my deck and realizing like, oh, my deck is busted, and feeling like I hadn't started there. I had started somewhere else and sort of slid into it, and feeling like I did a really good job drafting. That was a really good moment.
Yeah. What cube was that in?
That was in Doubleton Synergy.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to play that. It's Ollie's cube.
That's Ollie's one, yeah. I hadn't played it either, and I really wanted to because I really love the idea of like duplicates and what that allows you to, as a drafter, to sort of build more around your stuff.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, and I'll see you at the next event that you'll take down, and you get the taste of victory.
Yeah, so far I only have done well in Boston, so I'll see you now. Maybe we'll get another interview next year.
I am here with Ollie, the event organizer.
What's up?
How are you feeling? BCP, it's coming to a close.
I'm feeling great. Yeah, I did a lot of stressing, a lot of thinking, a lot of working coming up to the event, but then that kind of all paid off when we got here, and things just went really smooth.
So this is the third BCP, right?
Yes.
Tell me what's changed from year to year.
The big thing is the size. We've gone from like 80 to 200 to now 300.
Wow.
And also from 2 organizers to 1, which has had its own struggles but also benefits. It's kind of like good. It's nice to not have to confirm every single decision with somebody, but also there's more work for you to do. So it's been an interesting trip this year doing it alone.
What are the biggest challenges of running an event of this size?
I would say accounting for the sheer numbers, right? Like I had accounted for ticketing to start at 8:15, and I was like, I think 45 minutes might be a reasonable amount of time to check in 300 people. Turns out it's not quite. Like you need even more time. So just the scale of things as it gets bigger, like 80 to 200 is an amount of change, but then 200 to 300 is actually feels like more change.
Really? Wow.
Because you just have to, the systems that you design start to bend under the pressure of so many more people. So yeah.
Like one thing I noticed is the more and more people, the more likely it is going to be like cubes going to time, and then things just kept getting pushed and pushed.
Yeah, it's so tough, and we tried to cut corners different places and like account for that in the scheduling, but then also do things in the moment to make it better. But there's only so much you can do, and when you run up on the end time you have the venue rented for, it's really tough.
So why do you put on BCP? Why do you do it?
Good question. I think for the same reason that I organize a lot of things, which is just like there are certain things that I want to do or wish somebody would do and nobody else is doing it. I know that I'll put in the elbow grease to like make the thing good, and when nobody else will step up or nobody else will do it well, you know, you just have to do it, and that's just kind of how it started.
Yeah, I mean, if nobody does it, it's not going to happen.
Right. And, you know, having 300 people in this room this weekend and, you know, just everybody so happy to see their friends that they've been seeing in a long time and just, like, having a great time, like, that's its own reward, you know?
So what was your favorite moment of this year?
I don't know. It's kind of all been a blur. Like, I had a really good time overall. Nothing stands out as, like, crazy. I will say, seeing Max win Max won, and he fought through several Boston locals, like, who are really, really good, like, Pro Tour level players. I thought it was going to be 2 Boston people, and then Max beat them, like, maybe against the odds. I'll say against the odds. Max says that he only ever wins in Boston, so maybe it is against the odds. And then his fiance won the Shadow Box raffle too.
Wow.
And so just like
a double win.
Yeah, I said the name over the intercom, just like, I know this was a person online. We looked her up, and you know, they're not in the system. They're not cubing this weekend, but I'll announce it anyway. And then Max just goes, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "No way!" So that was just a really fun and silly coincidence.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, is BCP happening next year?
Cliffhanger.
Stay tuned.
TBD.
Well, thank you so much for putting on this event. I've gone, I think 2 to 3 years. I had 1 year I couldn't go, but I've had a fantastic time both times, and I'm very excited for hopefully next year.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming.
Absolutely. I'm here with Sam. We are currently driving out of Boston back to Connecticut. We just also finished a couple rounds of not the Sea and Sky Cube, but the Sky and Sea Cube.
Important distinction.
How are you doing?
I'm tired, but we did a lot of cube. That's what I came for. I had a great time.
What was your favorite cube of the weekend?
Oh, shoot. Might have been I Loot the Body. I'm a perennial sucker for emblem cubes.
What is that cube? What is that?
It did what it said on the box. I guess it's not really an emblem cube necessarily, but you basically get an emblem. So it takes advantage of a unique kind of card from... I don't even know what the set was. I think it was
Theros?
It was Theros, and it was like a heroes versus monsters kind of set. It wasn't traditional, like, constructed Magic, but it presented unique game pieces, one of which were these subsection of cards called hero cards. They were weird permanents that you obviously don't see anywhere else, but in this cube, everyone is given a copy of it with Shroud, Indestructible, etc., non-interactable at the start of the game. That's the big change.
Every deck can basically loot each turn.
Yeah, that's the idea for some really explosive plays, as I saw during the event. It's also a desert cube, which means that you don't get basic lands after the draft, and additionally, all the basics that were in the cube were swamps. So the idea is that, like, everyone is usually black or black adjacent in their deck construction, which makes sense, since if you're looting every turn, you're likely going to care about the graveyard.
And your pack one pick one was Living End?
Yeah.
Or Living Death. Yes.
Yeah, Living Death. I saw it, my eyes lit up, and I'm like, oh, this looks like it's probably good in the cube. I'll just do this. In pack one, there were 4 packs of 15. This is the layout for this. I took about 4 different reanimation spells, including Living Death, and 4 different, like, large creatures to reanimate, and I thought to myself, you know, this is pretty cool. I think I might have cornered the reanimator market, and it's smooth sailing from here on out. Like, how do people beat these kinds of things that I drafted? And then it turns out that I was sorely mistaken. There are so many reanimator spells and big creatures to take advantage of in the cube that in the end, in our pot of 8, I think about 4 of us had not only enough enablers to build a reanimator deck, but we just felt comfortable, like, just building that in the end. So it was cool that everyone got to kind of do their own thing, but at the same time, god dang, that's a lot of reanimator decks in a pod.
Yes, absolutely. I would say that my favorite cube of the weekend was Bun Magic Cube. Mm-hmm. I hadn't heard so much about it listening to Lucky Paper Radio, and I'd heard great things about it. I knew there's just, like, good, clean magic, low curving, and so when I got into that, I was really excited. And then I had maybe the best aggro deck I've ever seen. 18 1-drops, killed everyone. It was just good, low curving magic. I really like that philosophy now of low curving because it just makes the games feel very interactive. So I really liked that cube a lot.
How many games did you go, like, land, 1-drop, land, 1-drop, 1-drop, land, 1-drop, 1-drop, 1-drop?
Basically every game.
Literally every game. Oh, that's crazy.
When your deck is 18 1-drops. And yeah, it was a fantastic event. Shout out to Ollie and the rest of the crew, like Greg, who put it together, and had a really nice time in Boston overall. What was your just overall highlight of the weekend?
Highlight of the week? Oh, yes. So we were exhausted at the end of the last draft, last night. I was playing. Shoot, I forgot the name of the cube already. I loved it, but I'm terrible with names. It was a Grixis Desert Cube, very themed.
Oh, the Perilous Seas.
Yeah, the Perilous Seas. It was
the Dan Schneider.
Last game of the last match of Perilous Seas. It's like 10:50. We're all gonna get kicked out of the hall in 10 minutes or get fined, basically. And my opponent tries to cast Walk the Plank on the only merfolk in my entire deck. We just both left because we were both exhausted. I wound up losing the game anyways, but it was just funny. It only kills non-merfolk creatures.
Yeah. I would say another highlight of mine was when I was playing 15-card Highlander, which is a cube I played multiple times, drafting this like 5-color pile and being like, oh, this deck's gonna be terrible. And then playing it and being like, wait, I have 10 Gravediggers basically, and none of my stuff can ever die. And unless they kill me quickly, I have inevitability. And the deck was just really cool. I had a really fun time.
You generate some kind of inevitability through like activated abilities or card engines or shuffling things in, and then you just get there.
Yeah, it was really fun. So everyone, thanks for listening to this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, follow, all of that. Stay tuned for new episodes coming out, and have a good one.